gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm looking for a come. This is fucking awesome. Walk into the club like, what up? I got a big pack. I'm just pumped up on some shit from the thrift shop. Ice on the fringe is so damn frosty. The people like, damn, that's a cold ass honky.
So welcome to Kayak Hacks. Today we're going to talk about buying a new kayak and the hacks you can use to get a good deal on one. Okay, so hack number one is going to be of interest to anybody that wants a kayak with a drive system in it. I have always, ever since I test drove one out in Austin years ago, have wanted the Hobie Outback with the Mirage drive system. And that's exactly what I have right here. The original Hobie drive, right out of a Hobie Outback kayak. Now hack number one is the patent on this original drive system is up. So other companies can make them, and Pelican is already doing it. Pelican has an exact clone that they call the High Drive. The High Drive is interchangeable between kayaks. You can take this and put it in the new Pelican. You can take the Pelican High Drive and go put it into a Hobie Outback or Hobie Adventure Island, whatever. So the first thing that you have to be aware of is the patent on this system, not the new one with reverse, but on the original system, is up. And I don't think Pelican's going to be the only one bringing these clones to market, which I've already kind of seen driving the price down on the used stuff. So this is the Pelican I was talking about. The High Drive is interchangeable with any Hobie that will accept a Mirage drive, and you can put any Mirage drive in here too. So next hack is for everybody, not just people that want a drive system kayak, and it's new versus used. Go used on this one. The first thing you're saving is you're saving depreciation. A kayak, like any other thing you buy, high ticket item, be it a bike, car, whatever, depreciates the moment you put cash on the barrel head. And your chances of recovering your investment at that point are slim. Another reason used is so good is because sometimes you can find really good package deals. If someone's selling a kayak, they're usually selling it for a reason. They're usually not going to be in the sport or the hobby anymore. So you can get a great package deal with all the stuff they've amassed over the years, which again saves you money out of pocket. Next hack. Do your research, guys. Research. And I'm not just talking about, you know, how big is it, what weight can it handle, which is important. Weight. When you're researching, look at the weight. I'm not a small guy, so a lot of these, you know, $300-400 kayaks that are rated at literally like 200 pounds, by the time you put me in it in a cooler, it's already sitting on the bottom of the lake or the creek or whatever it is you're in. And I have some really funny stories about not understanding weight limitations of kayaks, especially tandem kayaks. But another day, another story. The next thing you want to research is, you know, of course, compatibility, upgradability. Can you upgrade these kayaks? Are parts compatible from one to the other? Like we were talking about the Mirage Drive, High Drive interchangeability. And when you're looking at that kind of techie stuff, you also want to be looking at price. What are these things selling for? Not what people are asking for them, but what they're actually selling for. Okay? Big difference. You can watch them on Craigslist, and they'll sit and they'll sit and they'll sit for months, and the price will generally go down, 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 down. Usually when you've been watching something for a month or two, and it's off, it's sold for that amount of money. eBay is a great place to go look. See what people are actually bidding them up to. See what people are paying for. While you're doing your research, you also want to look at, now that leads me to doing your research, finding the money. That leads me to Craigslist. Okay? Got to be prepared on Craigslist. Set yourself a budget, a reasonable budget. Don't go above that budget. Have the cash in hand. Be ready to go. Craigslist is a weird place to buy things. I've actually bought this kayak that I'm going to show you here in a second. I set myself a budget. The budget was under $1,000 for a specific kayak, a Hobie Outback with the Mirage drive system. There were lots over $1,000, very few under, and the ones under usually had problems. But again, research came back into that. If you're going to do Craigslist, my advice would be this: contact the buyer before you go. Like, email them, text them, whatever. If you can, talk to them on the phone. And, you know, I'm not saying lowball. Don't be insulting, but you have a price in your head that you're willing to pay, and it may not be what they're asking. You may be off by a couple hundred. Before you even go look at the kayak, make sure the person is willing to come down and negotiate a little bit. Because one of three things is going to happen. They're going to get really, really, really mad at you. And they're going to tell you how stupid you are. And you're either going to get an email or a text, or this might be over the phone, on how dumb you are, how you don't know what anything's worth, blah, 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 blah. They'll call you everything but a Christian, and they'll just get real nasty with you. And unfortunately, it's part of doing business on Craigslist. Two, they may be polite about it, but just refuse to come down. You're like, okay, well, this is what I'm comfortable paying. I'll talk to you later. Or if it doesn't sell, you know, come, let me know. I've had good luck with that technique, especially on bicycles. If there's a, you know, mountain bike out there that I want, but I know what it's worth, and I know the person, you know, is asking just a little bit too much, I'll say, well, that's nice, good luck. If you don't sell it, get back to me. That tactic works. Or the third thing that may happen if you're dealing with a Craigslist person is they'll just accept over the phone. And that's why you got to be ready. You got to have the cash in your pocket. You got to have a vehicle that you can use and be ready to get there. Because if you watch Craigslist or eBay and you know about what this thing is worth and there's a really good deal, it's not going to last long. And then the last hack here, kind of like the, you know, classifieds, looking at Craigslist hack, is look in other cities. Things are worth different amounts in different cities. And if you have cities that you can drive to, here in Texas, I mean, for us, me driving from Houston to Dallas is nothing. You know, drive from Houston to Dallas to get a good deal, you do that here. I don't know what it's like where you live, but again, you have that budget in your head and how far you're willing to go. And if you're willing to drive an hour and a half out of your way to get a really good deal, start checking Craigslist in those different areas. For example, when I'm looking for stuff here, I check Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Houston, because they're all equally far to drive to. But what I've noticed is different things are selling for different amounts in different cities. So that would be the next thing. Just don't be afraid to expand your search a little bit. But make sure you've done your research. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you have the budget. Be sure that you have the cash in your pocket, some mode of transportation, so that you can jump on a deal when you see it. So what does under $1,000 get you in a Hobie these days? Well, here's what I managed to track down. Remember, I did a lot of research and a lot of looking. I have the Hobie itself. It came with the Mirage Drive. It came with a little insert for the dry well. It came with the paddle. It came with a nice little bottle that fits in here. 2 seats, 2 life jackets, and the insert, the plug. And all the hatch covers and everything are there too. The switches are there. I made sure that everything worked before I picked it up. You will notice, however, they're like the bungee. The bungees are all worn out, things like that. That's why I have new bungee, and I'll show you how to replace all this bungee later in another video. But you see, it can be done. Is it the prettiest kayak in the world? Maybe not. Is it functional? Yes. Did you get it for well under $1,000? Heck yeah. Can be done, guys. Best hack of all, find one for free. They're out there. Trust me, free ones are out there.